I'm home. I am space in space. I am the universe. I feel it coursing through my veins. I feel it pulsing in my veins, in my ears, in my face, in my hands, in my fingers, in my wrists, my arms, my legs. At the same time, I don't feel my body. I just feel the universe pulsing through it, and I felt like I was a feather in the universe. So the universe is a feather in the universe, containing the universe. And earlier, when you said to look at the light in front of me that's sparkling, I saw this beautiful light that was first like a spaceship. I mean, it was a light that turned out to be a spaceship. And Zaina and Zaire came out of it, and I felt them putting their hand on my mouth, and I felt my neck tingling, and they sat within me like they always do. And they said that we're here, we're you. And it's like we're going on an adventure. And earlier I saw them take away, like bathtubs have this stopper for the water to keep the water in the bathtub. And they took away this stopper from my back and the left shoulder. They took it out, and the entire universe, like water, floated out of my body through that spot area where the stopper has been taken out from. But as it floated out, it's not like I was drained of the universe, but it's like I was made aware of what I am, what it is inside of me. And like right now, I don't feel my body. I just feel like I'm floating almost a little bit too much, almost like I start to spin. The more I talk about it, the more I'm spinning. Okay. It's like I can't find my place, and at the same time, my place is everywhere.
Are your guides with you at the moment?
It's not my guides, they are me. So it's not really they. I'm always being corrected. Yeah, it's extensions of me and aspects of me, and that's why it's a bit weird, because when I'm spinning here in the universe, if I look around, I'm alone. But I know that I'm not, because I know that everything that's around me is within me, so I cannot be alone because I'm surrounded by myself. That sounds weird.
If you look within you,
Feathers and stars and nebulas and galaxies, and these feathers are so soft and fluffy and white and coral colored, soft feathers, fluffy white wings, and galaxies and entities, and but beautiful entities, actually, yeah, beautiful entities. And I thought benevolent, but it's not just benevolent, it's the entire spectrum of all that is, from maleficent to benevolent, because it's all the same. It's a perfect neutrality of everything. It's like a weird soup. I cannot explain. I'm just trying to find words in my vocabulary for everything that I perceive. And in a way, it is 100% organic. I want to say in a way it's organic, and in another way it looks like something very futuristic, spaceship-like, but it's all organic. It's life. It's all life. It's the infinite array spectrum of everything that is life, which is all that is. And I can keep rambling on about it. I feel like I'm not making any sense at all. And like I cannot grasp everything I perceive in words. And at the same time, like I don't know what to do with it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's infinitely vast. It's all and everything. And I don't have to do anything with it.
do you feel any other presence? Or is it all within you?
When you said around you, it's like I was like, okay, I was looking inside, now I look outside. But then this contour that would be my body, a vessel, disappeared, became translucent, and it just vanished, because there is no shell vessel contour between inside and outside. It's all the same. It's one and the same. And what we perceive as a vessel is an illusion that separates everything into categories, us and them, the universe and us, making us feel so small in the entirety vastness of the universe, not understanding that we are the universe. There is no difference between that which we are and the universe and the all that is, not just the universe that we think we can perceive with our limited logical mind, but the infinite vastness of the all that is in its infinite aspects and the infinite aspects of that which are infinite. And when you ask if there's anyone else, if I perceive anyone in particular, if I want to, I can, and at the same time I do and I don't, because everything that I can perceive outside of me, with me, there is me. So the answer is both yes and no. And this is what oneness is. In a duality-based world, paradigm is the word I was looking for, we create separation, me and you, something outside of me. But in a unity-based isness, creation, expression, all is one. And that is why everything seems like a paradox when we talk about the aspects of unity. Black is white. They both contain all colors. They both are made up of all colors. They both contain the all that is, and one cannot exist without the other. Thus they are the same. And all that is unique. And every single one unique particle or essence has unique, infinite unique aspects of itself. And each and every infinite unique aspect of itself has infinite unique aspects of itself. And all these infinite unique aspects of the all that is are all the same, because they're all unique, and thus they're all the same, and all one of the same particle, essence, aspect. And so there is nothing outside of me, and there is everything outside of me, and everything that's outside of me is inside of me, and everything that's outside of me is me.
Is there anything else that this time and place wants you to know, to make you feel?
I don't know why I felt a black hole now, or I saw a hole in the space that looks like it's roundish, and it looks like there's a nothingness that sucks in everything, and I'm being corrected that it's not sucking in everything, it's creating everything. Actually, it's both sucking in and creating everything at the same time. Energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed. And energy is to constantly be transformed. The only constant, the only aspect of life is change. The only element of life is change. Expansion, in a way, is a bit of a misconception, because what you are expanding into is yourself. So you're expanding back into yourself or forward into yourself, which is source. And now I have a question. Why was I seeing it to my left? Does it play a role that I was seeing the light of source, for lack of a better word? It just, everything turned white. Light, I guess. Why was I seeing it in my upper left view corner? It doesn't matter if it's left or right. We are assigning special characteristics to the different parts of us, but it's all the same in the end. It doesn't really matter. It only matters in a dualistic world and paradigm. And
Is there anything else that this time and place wants to tell you? Is there something you're curious about this place?
it was just this light, but now I feel like I'm coming in with my everyday logical mind, that it's my feminine side that needs some working on, needs to be propelled forward, and that is patience, that is calm, stillness, to cultivate that, to do less and really do less, and allow myself to just be. And that's what the light was trying to remind me of. And I know that the everyday conscious mind that I am here as Aura is feeling that it's dumb. I'm just going to say how she feels, that it's dumb to separate between masculine and feminine, the different parts of the body and all this. But we have to acknowledge the fact that we are living in a dualistic world, in a dualistic paradigm, and they have to be acknowledged for them to then be united. They cannot just be united without being acknowledged. We need to remind her to take all of this with a grain of salt and stop thinking that things are dumb, because clearly there are things that are not working out because she's being too hard on herself and the way she perceives this dualistic reality that doesn't really work out for her due to where we come from. It's a new concept for us, so to say, which we needed to experience here, and acceptance, unconditional acceptance of what is, needs to be implemented and fully integrated through action, through thought, through active understanding for things to begin to fall into place, to come together and to unify themselves within her. This is how the inside becomes unified with the outside, when extremes unite, but the extremes need to be understood first, fully perceived and understood and known for them to be able to come together in unity.
Is there anything else that's coming across?
No. I mean, a lot, but it's enough for now.
If you feel like this is enough for now, then I'm going to count from 5 to 1. And when I get to 1, you'll be in another place, in another time.
This makes no sense. It makes no sense. I just feel, taste, and see coconut.
Is there anything else around you with the coconut?
It comes with the sea, a warm climate, and the wind breeze, and the sunshine, and the palm trees, and a beach, and just sitting and munching on a coconut, I guess.
When you look at this coconut, what do you see?
A hard shell with a soft inside that is very nutritious and it's very nourishing inside.
What do you come in possession of this coconut?
I want to say it's me. Yeah, it's the first thing that comes. And nice and water. So the idea is to allow myself to turn myself inside out. For myself, not for others. Not for anyone else as others. Just for myself. Turn myself inside out. Be the water. Be the soft, nutritious awesomeness that is inside that coconut. Sweet, yet just enough to be satisfactory for the body, offering just enough, not having to be too much. And allow yourself to just be that in the elements. That's why the wind, the sun, the water, the sand, it's the fire, the wind, the earth, the water. Be that in the elements fully. Turn yourself inside out and just discard the hard shell. It's not necessary. You don't need it anymore. What you need to be is full transparency with yourself and with others, because when you are with yourself, you are with others, because others are you and you are others, and there's no difference there. Discard the limitations, discard the shells, discard the armors, whatever protective means you think you put around you, whatever walls you think you build around you, even the ones you're completely unaware of that are so deeply embedded within your subconscious, within your physical vessel, within your muscle memory, within your emotional memory. Discard it. You're done. There's nothing to hide. There's no need to hide. Just be out in the elements and remember that you are the elements, and that all are the elements, and that all is all, and all is you.
Is there anything else you would like to learn about this particular place and time?
No, we're done here.
In that case, I'm going to count from 5 to 1. Now I get to 1, you'll be another necessary time and necessary place.
I landed here. Just here. Here on this couch. In this life, in this time, in this space. We're ready to answer the questions while being present with this body, right here, right now, in this time and in this space.
Now we're going to ask some questions. What is she here for, to do on this planet?
I hate this answer. To be is the first thing that I hear. She hates this answer because it's too simple. It's never what she wants to hear, and it's the hardest thing to do because her entire life she's been told to not be. to not be how she is, to not be who she is, to not express herself.
Why is this so hard to accept?
Because all of a sudden she's being asked and needed, she needs to flip everything, flip to the extreme opposite, be everything. And it requires courage. It requires going against everything she knows, everything this world is that she came into. It requires also accepting the things that she cannot change. And what she takes comfort in is finding the middle path, which we ask her to find. But most of the time we ask her to be herself fully, just be. And it's hard because she enters into states of fear, stress, anxiety, when things don't go her way, when things are not the way she would want them to be. The best way to do it is to integrate more of herself within herself through daily meditation. By daily sitting with herself, within herself, with the all that is, fully connected in meditation, even if it's just for 10 minutes, but fully connected to the broader spectrum and integrating that into the physical vessel and doing the best she can to the best of her abilities to follow her joy. I have so many things that go through my head right now, and I cannot speak fast enough to say everything that goes through my head. To do the things that bring her joy and not do the things that don't bring her joy. That's why she enters into states of stress, because she cannot trust herself. She has been taught for 3.5 decades to disregard herself, to disregard her needs. Not just disregard them, but she was told that her needs are wrong, that her needs are the manifestation of a spoiled child, needing to eat a different food than what is being put in front of her because she can't digest that, or because she won't have that for moral reasons. So she keeps going against her own needs, and what she learns from that is that she cannot trust herself. And when she cannot trust herself, she's having a hard time to trust that anything around her will ever go the way she needs it to go. She cannot find any comfort in the world, in the universe around her. Everything seems to go wrong because she cannot find any comfort within herself, with the choices that she makes on a daily basis. She chooses to eat things that she knows are not good for her just because she made a habit of it, to keep putting into her body the things that are not nourishing, that actually make her ill, disrupt the harmony within her physical, mental, and emotional body. And the way to reverse this, or to flip it rather than reverse it, is for her to force herself to build new habits, because she will have to force herself to build new habits. It will be very hard. We are aware of that. But it will change everything for her when she learns that she can trust herself, because she has her back, and she will feed herself the food that is nourishing. She will do the things that bring her joy, not the things that she is programmed to do that cultivate her stress and anxiety.
What would be the first step for Anna to regain confidence in herself?
It's a 2-step thing. Get off the phone because you're not present with your body. It keeps fractalizing you. It keeps dissecting you. Your attention goes to the people on the internet. Your attention goes to whatever sucks it away from you, instead of being focused on your body, being focused on your needs, being focused on your emotions, on your feelings, of your sensations. And even when you feel that you get stressed and anxious from whatever it is you're doing with your phone on your computer, as you interact with others, or as your mind records information from the internet, you keep doing it. You're stuck to it. You're sucked into it. And instead of stopping, you keep feeding it. So what you need to do is just force yourself to stay away from these devices. Use the internet only for growth, for knowledge, but stay away from social media. And the second part is nutrition. Offer your body that which you already know what your body needs. So offer your body that which it needs to be fed. And stay away from everything else that you know is not beneficial to you. As you came here, you incarnated in a body that is compatible with your soul's blueprint. We have mentioned this before. That means that there are certain things in your environment nowadays, certain chemicals that are not compatible with your structure, with your body, with your mental, emotional, physical body and energetic body. And you know which compounds these are. You feel it immediately. If you know intuitively that something hurts you, that something causes any type of imbalance in your body, leave it. Don't touch it anymore.
Is there a way that Aura can make her work more efficiently or better?
First thing that comes is no. It's not about more. She's excellent at the way she practices, how she practices. It's about less. Come back into yourself and everything will sort itself out. She's looking for more ways to do things, more ways to attract people, more, right? Because everything she tried is not working. But that's the thing. She hasn't tried not doing anything. Stop. Be. Just be. You are your work. That's more efficient.
Can she live her dream life and have a house of her own in this lifetime?
The answer she likes is yes. The answer she doesn't like is by being. Just be. Just be you.
So what is her relationship to money and how to achieve financial independence? What is keeping her from it?
Money becomes available to her when she stops hating it and when she stops accepting it for what it is, accepting that it's part of this reality, that's how it is constructed. And when she stops making a fuss about it, when money becomes like air to her, that's when it will become available to her. When it's not an issue, when it's not anything extraordinary, when it's not a scarcity, when it's not a lack, when it's not a worry, that's when it becomes available. When she stops thinking of it, worrying about it, wondering about it, that's when it will appear. Leave it alone. It's just part of the world that you came here to experience. And when you make peace with it, just like you don't have an issue about air, about breathing. So when it becomes like breathing to you, that's when it will become available because you're resisting it in the way that you think of it so negatively, so forcefully. You relate it to stress, you relate it to worry. All of that creates a stronger and stronger resistance towards it. So just leave it be. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. Don't have any impression of it whatsoever. Air. It's air. Leave it and it will come.
Why is that when she asks for help, she can't get it?
Because she asked for help from the wrong places. Help is within, it's not without. She's expecting others to tell her how to live her life because that's what she's used to. That's what's comfortable. It is uncomfortable to sit with yourself and to find the answers because you don't trust yourself. You are in the business, if we can call it that, of reuniting human beings with their souls, with their true essence, with their true aspect, with themselves. You are guiding people to look inside for solutions, of remembering that the answers to anything and everything is within themselves. And yet, we understand that in moments of despair, you want to do what people are conditioned to do. Go and look outside of themselves for answers. Hope that someone else is going to tell them what to do with their life, how to live their life. And that's why it's not working for you. That's why when you book sessions, they are not being recorded. That's why when you book appointments, they're being canceled by the people you book them with, because no one outside of you is to tell you how to live your life. And that's why the people that you have managed to get courses with and sessions with, even when they were soul readers, all they did with those sessions were to confirm you that you already knew the information that was being given to you. So in a way, it did feel like wasted money or wasted time. But at the same time, it was a much needed confirmation for you to know that you're not crazy, and that the information inside of you that you have, that you receive on a moment to moment basis, non-stop, is accurate and is perceived by others as well, even if they can only perceive tiny bits and pieces. It's a confirmation. So, yes.
What is Madeira for our, and what are we here to learn?
It's a reset, looking at everything that was learned up until now and unlearn it. It's a death in every way, even physical, because your physical bodies are changing here. So it's not just the way you perceive the world that you are forced to change. It's a forceful reset and rebirth. And it needed to happen now. Now is the time and place to do it. This place is the perfect place for it, as it has a connection to Atlantis, which went through its own self-destruction and rebirth. And the rebirth happened somewhere else in another time and space, which will happen for you in a different way. The rebirth already happens. We're babies now. We have been in the womb, and now we are in the first phase of life, like 0 to 1 year, where we are to try out this new way of being. We're still trying to find our way after the destruction of everything that we knew. We have these months that are left here to try and figure out this new way of living that is in tune, harmonious with our blueprints and true essence, with who we truly are, so that we may then continue our life as our true selves on our true path. Now when I'm seeing timelines, it's like I'm seeing a disruption of all the timelines and all different possibilities to set us on the timeline that we came here to live when we incarnated. But lessons needed to be learned. Different aspects of this human life needed to be understood, seen, integrated, so that we may then fully live our life here as human beings and as our true essence and soul and all that we are here as human beings in these human vessels, understanding human suffering in its many forms.
Is there anything else that Anna needs to know? Any message regarding our global current state and future history?
Just that the world is going through a similar process, actually the same process right now, the process of rebirth, of undressing, taking off the masks, of seeing the ugly, the necessary truth that needs to be addressed in order to then follow the path that we all truly wish and want to follow our ideal path. But each and every individual has to contribute to this. So again, it's not relying on your neighbor that it's going to make the right choices or do the right things or feel the right way. It has to start with you. Just like Aura understood that she needs to be the unconditional love in her everyday life when it comes to all and any relationships and interactions and humanity in general. Each and every one of us has to do our part, and the best way to do it is by living this life as the ideal human being that we imagine. So how would the ideal human being live this life here on earth? What would be the right things to do in the simple life of the perfect ideal human? How would that human live their life? Ask yourself this question and live that way. Simple. That's it. There's no more to it. There's no less to it, no more to it. That's all there is to it.
Why do you think Ara has fear of depths in the sea? Where does this come from?
She fears her own depth. She fears the bottoms of her soul. She fears the endlessness of all that she is. She fears the vastness of all that she is and all that she is capable of. And so she doesn't step into it. And this fear is a reflection of that, of a fear of what you might find in this mystical, brilliant dark places. And yeah, it's
Any connection to the first image she saw during her journey?
Yes, that's what we showed her now as we talked about this. We showed her the vastness of the universe that she saw before and herself as this infinite universe. And of course, if we really go into detail, it's not a universe, it's a multiverse. And so the vastness is holographic, it's multidimensional, it's multidimensional. It's infinite in every way, possible and impossible way, because there's no such thing as impossible, as everything is possible, and thus everything is impossible. And this is the riddle or the joke or the paradox, that she has this fear of the impossible. But if everything is possible and everything is impossible, then just reduce it down to everything is, and everything that is you. And this is not just concerning aura, this is concerning each and every aspect of the all that is. It's concerning a blade of grass, it's concerning, and it's the same for each and every creature and non-creature, being and non-being, in the entirety of all that is. Elemental, air, what you can and cannot perceive, all that is. And that's a scary thought. And it's scary to be told that you are God, because you have been told your entire life that you're not, that you're puny, you're weak, you're worthless, you're a sinner, you're dirt, you're unworthy of anything. And the only way you can speak to God is through someone else, whether it's someone else in service to God, in a church, or whether it's a psychic medium, because the spiritual world is community is all same actually. But once you are reminded of the fact that you are God and that there is no separation between you and God, God is not something outside of you, it's not something around you, it is you, then that all of a sudden shatters everything, and things become scary, and superstitions may arise, and oh, what if I do that, and what if I think that, maybe that will happen. The fun thing with remembering and realizing that you are God is that you also remember that with each and every thought, each and every feeling, each and every emotion, every action that you take, you co-create your reality, your inner and outer environment, everything around you and everything inside your body. If you hate your body, if you hate your organs, the different parts of your body, then your body will not function. If you don't take care of yourself, your emotional, physical, mental, energetic vessel, it will shut down. It will create illness in order to draw your attention to it, in order to tell you your needs. You are God. You need to tell yourself your needs and act according to them. As God, you cannot disregard yourself, and you cannot disregard the world around you, because it is you. It's a scary responsibility to have. And also knowing this, many times throughout the day we forget this. I speak for ourselves. Well, Aura forgets this actually in her everyday conscious mind. She forgets these things throughout the day. And she goes out into stress drives and anxiety drives, feeling small, feeling weak, shy, insignificant compared to others, which she puts up on pedestals. And then she has moments of remembering. And in these moments of remembering, what she does, instead of neutralizing the previous amnesia, she goes into self-criticism. And that's not the way. What is being asked of us is to neutralize. Neutrality is unconditional love and unconditional acceptance. Perceive that which caused any type of imbalance, become aware of it, and neutralize it. And then next time, do your best to remain present, remain aware and conscious of your being and of your surroundings, because your surroundings are your being. Your surroundings are an extension of your being. And just keep exercising this muscle, because it's not easy. We have been taught to be disconnected from ourselves from millennia. And so with baby steps, being forgiving of ourselves and having patience with ourselves, with baby steps, we can nurture this presence in this awareness and embody more and more our true essence and our God aspect, source aspect that we came here to be, and live our highest joy and purpose, which we came here to live and with which we came here to heal this world. The more of us do these things, the more the world will heal.